Man, it's the end of the world as we know it. I'm flabbergasted. It's the end of the world as we know it.
The Audacity.
So, I really hope when Johnny Depp pays that $2 million to Amber Heard,
you.
it's all in $1 bills. I hope he gives it to her. Well, it's not even him though.
It's not even an intro.
It's the agent.
You're just spoiling the story.
No, but it's true though. I want him to pay her in $1 bills.
Well, we're gonna get to that, okay?
But welcome to Flabbergasted by the Audacity. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
And this case trial is finally fucking over.
So you just want to get into that?
I really want to get. I just want to. Dude, I'm so annoyed with this case. I'm so annoyed.
I have here the verdict.
Yeah.
A jury ruled in favor of Johnny Depp in his libel lawsuit against ex-wife Amber Heard, vindicating his stance that Heard fabricated claims that she was abused by Depp before and during their brief marriage. The jury also found in favor of Heard, who said she was defamed by Depp's lawyer when he called her abuse allegations a hoax.
So that's where the $2 million comes from.
But it doesn't say if it's Depp paying or the...
No, it's just the lawyer. From what I read from...
It's so... Depp would be like, I got you.
honestly, I think...
I would assume the lawyer
I think Depp's going to do that. Or what they could always do is just agree with Amber Heard and just go, listen, just pay me, instead of 15, pay me 13. Just keep the $2 million for yourself, you know? Mm-hmm. That's also pretty good. This is a hot take for women out there who are actually sexually abused. This is a big hit for you guys. Because, like... Now there's going to be this sense of, is this another Johnny Depp situation?
Yeah, you actually have to prove it now.
Yeah, you actually have to prove it.
You actually have
Crazy.
to go use the law.
You actually have to use the law.
Proven guilty,
yeah.
Not, oh, I'm a woman, my word is solid gold.
Yeah, so it's like, I look at that and I'm going, this could really fuck you. This could really fuck you in the long term. Like, this could be really bad. I did hear Amber Heard's response after the verdict. She said, I'm very disappointed in the people with the multiple amount of evidence I presented that I was incorrect. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
The clips are everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like,
anytime they bring anything up, it's instantly shot down.
Yeah. What I did read, and that part made a lot of sense. He said Johnny Depp was really smart to bring a female lawyer to go against Amber Heard. I never thought about that. Because what they said was, if that was a male lawyer in her position, he would have got slandered. He would have been considered a bully for the questions that she asked. But because it was woman on woman, it was fine. Which is crazy if you really think about it. So I'm going... No,
it's always been that way. Girl on girl violence is okay. It's like
cat
fight.
Exactly.
You just sit and watch.
Yeah, but that's so crazy that we're in this mindset that, like, if it's a man versus a woman, oh, you have to be nice. But if it's a woman on a woman, fucking stab yourself. Who gives a fuck? It's like... That's crazy that,
It's a rule since the dawn of time. A man cannot do anything against a woman unless the woman instigates it.
Yeah.
But if it's woman on woman, doesn't care.
No, it doesn't matter. So it's like, it's crazy.
So if anything, I'd say it's contrary to what you're saying. Like, oh, it's bad for actual victims. Yes, but it's also bad for people who weren't and are just using it as like a way to get out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, then those people are gonna get what they deserve, hopefully in the long term. But like, I think I like to look at it in the fact that I mean I do believe that there's someone out there who actually got raped and want, you know, money or whatever from the person responsible, and this is gonna affect them. This is really gonna affect them because, like, some of these people either they might have been drugged, they might have not really seen what had happened or really felt what had happened. So then after the fact, when they go present the information, they're gonna go, well, listen, you don't have anything for us. He wins, you know. So it's like, I get what you're saying too. I mean, I'm hoping that it's a double-edged sword. I think both ways it's going to be bad and good. But when I read it today, like, listening to the whole thing, I was like, okay. Did you hear the fact the jury fucked up too? They forgot to put, like, how much money. So like, when they first walked in, the lawyer was like, hey, you forgot this part. Go back. And they have to go back in there and debate for another 10 minutes. So I was like, oh, okay, well.
I'm surprised it's so low, 10 million. Didn't they were talking about 30 million at some point.
Well, he said he wanted originally 50.
50.
Right? He wanted 50. Amber Heard wanted 10.
I think he's highballing it to like a negotiation.
Well, Amber Heard wanted 100 million.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, because he countersued him, right?
There's highballing and then there's Amber Heard.
Yeah, like, so she wanted 100, he wanted 50. Honestly, I look at this, Odyssey even has 50.
She doesn't.
Let alone have 17. So, this is going to be really funny. I wonder, is there like a due date? Is there like, how much time does he have to give that money? I wonder about that.
I don't know if there's if anything, there probably is, and then it turns into interest, kind of like a credit card.
That'd be great. Oh my god, $17 million interest. You'll owe another $1 million for every week that you're late.
Oh.
I mean, she'll probably find a way. I mean, she's been in a couple of films. I feel like she might have maybe a little bit in her savings, maybe.
Well, it's one of those things like any publicity is good publicity. She's gonna fall on her feet.
Yeah.
If she might not be acting for a while, I'm sure she'll come back in a few years. But in the meantime, I'm sure she'll do modeling or something like that.
I really think I think both of them right now are like radioactive. Like you can't touch them.
I think Depp would be on the come up.
Well, Depp was actually in the UK on stage. He performed on stage like last night.
Yeah.
I saw like an
and
article
he flew
about
back in
that.
for the trial. Like?
No, he didn't. He was
did?
there. He never came.
Oh.
He watched it live on like TV or something.
That's funny.
I honestly, smart move. I feel like she would have fucking tried to murk him inside the fucking courtroom when they were reading. I mean, I think it was good that Johnny wasn't there because all cameras were on her the whole time when they're reading like the whole all the yeses and whatever, and just every yes, it just kept getting sadder and sadder with every yes that was going out, and like I was like, yeah, no, you fucking deserve it. You fucking deserve it. Man.
It's like I could just imagine him being like at a bar or something and then watching it on TV. It's just and
he's not even like recognized. He's just kind of like chilling in the back corner. Like no one knows Johnny Depp is there. And all like, Johnny.
He's got the sunglasses on and the hat. And he just hears the verdict. Fucking A.
Yeah.
And then just gets up and leaves.
Yeah. All right.
When I was reading the verdict, because I literally found out about this like 5 minutes before we started recording.
Oh, really?
That's why when Jamal had a phone call before the recording, and I was like, oh, I'll just use this time to find another story.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp was coming to a close.
Oh, you did? Oh,
so I was like, oh, shit, perfect.
My mom's been all over it.
Yeah.
She was all over this case.
So I was typing it out, and then you instantly wanted to start with that. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, but it's like, I think what's so crazy, one of the news reporters said this, and I was like, wow, it's like, it's crazy how we view, not, I guess, entertainment, but just how we view it. Like, she's like, there's COVID, monkeypox, Ukraine, all this shit. But, what was on all the TVs? What was the breaking news of the day? Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. That's fucking mind-boggling. That's the main thing.
People love drama. No matter what
people
you
love,
say.
because he said it's like a train wreck. You can't help but to look. And I'm like, fuck. I mean, because it's true. Like, I think we had touched upon this topic, like, way back, like, the first few episodes that were saying that everything on the news has a certain timeline.
Even though it's something super serious.
Super, like, you know, like Ukraine, it's like...
If it goes over 2 weeks, we don't care
don't care.
Unless it affects us, like COVID.
Yeah, COVID for sure.
COVID was always relevant because it affected our day-to-day lives.
Exactly, but, like, Ukraine's like, oh, okay, it's like... It's not here. It's not here, so we don't care. It was just fucking...
Whereas Amber Heard is just like, people love Johnny Depp.
They love
We've always loved
drama.
An actor's life.
Yeah,
we love hearing about that kind of stuff. So when this came up, everyone jumped on it.
It really is insane.
And it just turned into a giant meme machine.
100. Oh yeah. I mean, I really think like Halsey. What you're saying, Halsey about last week. So if you haven't heard about it, watch last week's episode. How TikTok and the internet really shape what gets put on there. What gets put on the radio waves. What gets posted on Facebook. What gets the clicks. You know, and it's like
it's that thing with the. It's information, right?
Yeah.
Whoever controls the information controls the people.
Yeah.
And so all you need to do is filter that information.
Yeah. To what you want, you know.
You control the internet, you control the information.
I'm not saying that Amber Heard was right. I'm just saying that, like, I think without the help of TikTok and these memes, I think it still would have been popular, but not as popular. I think without the memes, because there's a lot of memes from this. Like, there's going to be...
Memes are used to promote everything.
Yeah, man.
They referenced it on an episode of The Boys from Amazon.
Okay.
It's talking about like superheroes in the repertoire with the public, and one of them is like going up, and one of them's going down in popularity. Yeah. Right. So the one that's going up is like, oh, I have a team that does memes for me all the time, keep me relevant, and the other one wasn't. He's like, oh, I got to get on that. Yeah. And he actually does, and his likability goes up for that. Yeah. So I'm sure it's day to day. Like
it definitely is like that. So I really find that insane.
Texas follow-up. The Texas shooting, we talked about it last week.
Yes.
We have some new things. We covered the shooting, but we covered it very well, I might add.
Did we actually? Or
no.
Just saying that? Okay, but I don't think we really covered it. I think we just memed on it pretty hard and called it a day.
That's our job. That's literally our job.
This is true. Yeah, no, you're right. We're not getting paid for it, though. Not yet. We're working on that.
So the development with that is there's a lot of controversy over how authorities handle the situation, not entering the building soon enough and treating it as a typical hostage situation. Rather than a mass shooting.
Yeah.
And of course the gun laws, that whole thing that's been going on in the U.S. for years
now.
That's
never going to change.
However, we're not talking about any of that. You've heard and seen enough, so there's no reason to delve deeper into that. I want to talk about a certain young girl. She was a student at the Texas school.
Was? She's dead.
No, she is.
she
that's,
is.
That's important to catch.
Yeah, I was like, because you said what? I'm like, so she's one of the dead students. I'm like, no, she is one of the students.
She is. She still has a pulse.
Still
thank
breathing.
God.
Okay.
She smeared a classmate's blood on herself and played dead to avoid being shot.
Smart girl.
Exactly.
Smart fucking girl. She can survive in The Walking Dead for sure.
That's immediately what I thought of too. This scene from the first season.
Yeah, when they
that's
put the blood on them.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So she's definitely scarred for life.
I think anyone who gets in a fucking school shooting is scarred for life. I mean, good on her for being smart.
If you're in the school, you might feel like scared in like public spaces and stuff like that. But her, it's a completely different extent.
I mean, again, these kids were how old? 6, 8? That's fucking like
she was 11.
11
is 11.
So the fact that I mean, maybe I wonder if they're ever gonna interview her and ask her. If she says The Walking Dead, I'm gonna lose my shit.
No, I think she's too young to be interviewed for that kind of thing.
It'd be really funny though if they got like a statement for her. She's like, "Well, I learned from The Walking Dead." I'm gonna actually laugh my ass off. But again, very smart. And again, like I guess we're not going to dive into the topic, but like I think what's so crazy, as a former student and down the line, hopefully sending my kids to school in America, I'd be scared shitless. Yeah, I'd be scared shitless, man. Because it's like they had I saw like a graph somewhere. They showed the amount of school shootings in most major countries. Canada has 2. USA has 138. We're not even in the same I understand USA wants to be first in everything. That's the wrong category to be first in, guys.
Well, it has to do with the media attention, the population numbers, and the gun laws. Like, it's easy to get guns, and the media covers.
Well, there you go. I don't think it's even the media. It's just easy to get guns.
It's not just that. They're in a country where popularity is a big thing, like especially with social media and all that. So people do anything for 15 minutes of fame, even if it's negative fame.
Yeah. Well, I look at the fact. I think one thing that I heard and I really disagreed with them was the Canadian Gun Association was like, "Oh, we're gonna take another hit." I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking are." And they're like, "Well, it's not really our fault." You're the Gun Association. You can't leave this situation. Like, I'm sorry.
No, but in Canada, there's no. It's not really a big issue.
No, but what they're saying is they passed a law recently in Canada. I don't know the exact law, but I heard it passing by my TV that they had said that they're tightening the laws, and a lot of these gun associations people who generally just want the gun for either hunting purposes or protection purposes are going. We are getting penalized for something that isn't happening in our country. And I'm going, okay, yes, fine. But at the same time, I'm also going, it's still a gun. And I'm going, you can protect yourself. You can protect the gun as best you can. If someone walks into your house and grabs the gun and goes on a fucking killing spree, what are you going to do then? Because like, I'm thinking, these people who own these guns for protection or hunting, what happens if your third cousin, who's a fucking emo incel, fucking knows that you have a gun, grabs it, and then goes on a rampage? What are you gonna do then? You know, it's like, I get what you're saying. Like, you want to be protected, and you feel like it's not your fault. It's like you know, when you were a kid and the whole class got detention because one idiot was fucking eating markers for some reason.
What? That's why? That's the reason?
You know, so it's like...
For a second, I was going to say, calm down, Jamal. You're getting too serious. And then now you're talking about kids eating markers?
But, I have to keep it... You have to keep it funny.
Good.
But it's like,
I'm glad you know.
But it's like you are in this moment. You are... like in terms of the classroom, like, oh, like, it's not my fault. I was that kid who was like, it's not my fault. Why am I getting penalized?
But it's apples and oranges because the scale is so different, like so much bigger.
No, for sure,
and the consequences are much higher.
Yeah, I'm comparing apples to orange. I'm comparing apples to watermelons at this point. But it's like,
this is why politics is complicated.
Yeah, but it's just. I agree with them saying like it's not our fault. It's happening in another country. Why are we getting penalized? But at the same time, I'm going. It's still a weapon.
And it's also a capitalist thing.
Yeah,
you get rid of guns and all that. A lot of people lose their jobs.
Yep, 100%.
From gun stores
100%.
to people who make guns.
Yeah,
sell them. It's a whole thing. You can see, like, you talk so much about all these politics. I didn't get to say any of my jokes.
I said the jokes for you. Apples and watermelons and eating markers. Like, I don't know.
The watermelon was a joke. Oh, because you're black. See, I'm
okay.
I'm so not racist.
I didn't even catch that. Yes, you are. Don't fucking lie. Okay. I didn't even catch the watermelon part, but you are racist.
How's the watermelon thing a joke then? I don't understand.
Because you're saying apples to oranges. I'm thinking apples to I'm saying apples to watermelon because like.
But if it's not
the tension to like gun shooting like it's really different. You're saying apples to oranges. That's like a small difference and like a big ass difference.
Okay.
I didn't cast the watermelon.
Real quick. We're going off on a tangent here. Okay. The expression apples to oranges is referring to their taste, not their size.
Oh, really?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying the size, watermelon and apples. It's a big size difference.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
It's also a black thing. I will agree with you. I didn't cast a black
That's
thing.
why I thought it was a racist joke.
Yeah.
I didn't know you...
You know what? We'll leave it as a racist joke.
I'm sorry. I assumed you were intelligent enough to understand the expression.
I'm black.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Moving on.
We don't get education, but yeah, go ahead.
So, good on her. She has a superhero's origin story. Or supervillain, actually. It could go either way, honestly.
I wiped the blood from my brow after the killer left. Now I must kill his family.
What accent is that?
I don't know.
Just a generic supervillain?
Yeah.
Moving on. This is like the 4th week in a row. I'm gonna do some rock news.
Oh, God.
It's always like fun and wholesome for some reason.
Yeah, it's really
great.
Okay.
Okay, at a concert in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
How do you say it? Massachusetts?
Yeah, well, yeah, Massachusetts.
Massacurits, am I right? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, at a concert in Worcester, Massachusetts, before the band Turnstile, a hardcore punk band from Baltimore. No, I haven't heard of them either.
Okay.
But that's not the point.
Okay.
Before the band took the stage, they were playing music over the speakers, as they do.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal, guess what they played?
It's funny fucking song in the world. What did they play? Pirates of the Caribbean fucking theme song?
That'd be pretty cool, too. But no, they played I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Wow.
No one complained. In fact, they went crazy and moshed and danced to that shit.
That song is pretty universally liked.
Exactly, it's universally loved, so they just went with it.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those songs. I think if you're at a mosh, like I want to dance with somebody, you're dancing with all those people in the mosh, are you not?
Absolutely.
I'm not a rock person, so I'm just guessing.
Moshing is a form of dancing. It was originally considered slam dancing, but that's kind of a gay name, so they changed that.
So it's like, so I think that song and like I think like at this point because it's such a meme, it's like All Star from Smash Mouth. I feel like you put that on the speaker, people are gonna lose their fucking mind.
I can see, but this isn't a meme though. It's just a good song. People dance to it.
This is true.
It's like I told you, I didn't say this on a podcast, but me and David saw Gojira a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they played hip hop and rap before the concert, and no one was into it.
No, that's a very strange choice. It's a very Whitney Houston, okay, fine, but like. Hip hop to rock, like you're not even. This is apples to watermelons at this point, you know.
Pretty much.
You know? So yeah.
Yeah, if I was there, I would have gladly moshed to some Whitney Houston.
Oh, 100%.
Like I like rock, metal, and '80s pop.
Yeah,
and that falls in that category.
There you
so
go.
I was like, oh, this is great.
You're good, yeah.
I never would expect it to mosh to Whitney Houston, but let's go.
You know, I want to dance with somebody.
No complaints.
Yeah, for sure. So then to follow up on your wholesome, I'm not sure if it's wholesome. It could be wholesome, depending on how you look at it. So recently, there's a new dating app that came out a little while ago. It's an app that's only open on Thursdays. The app only turns on. The app is called. I think the app is actually called Thursday, and the app is only available on that day. And the app, what it does, they contact in the city that they're in bars, and they'll go. Your bar is the bar that we're going to be using, if of course they agree to Thursdays. And how it works is they all get a prompt going, if you live in this city, we're gonna be at this bar. The app will be at this bar. And all single people who want to meet someone go to this bar and go from there. And I was like,
that's a really cool idea.
A really cool idea. I found it very interesting. Yeah. They're testing it in America right now. From what I've heard, it's been a pretty good success. If you're better at talking than you are at texting, like myself, this is probably a better route for you. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like, he may not be the best looking guy, but personality wise, you guys really match because you guys were talking.
Yeah, that worked well for you.
Yeah, shut up. that was me. You know, so it's like, I like the fact that you have to get out of your house. You have to go to like a bar, something like that. Yeah. No, so I read about this. I found it very, very interesting. I hope it works well. I hope it's successful and it continues to spread to other countries. And,
yeah, absolutely. Because in today's, like, people don't really meet in person.
No, for sure.
It's very rare now.
Very, very rare.
Anytime you try to approach someone in public, it's awkward. Like you feel like you're.
For sure, I think like I said.
In
I feel like as a generation now, it's
and
really
women
hard.
are very defensive. due to the media and all that?
Well, I think
they always assume you're trying to rape them or being rude. Because you need an icebreaker and it comes off as catcalling.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. I mean, I think, like, at this point in time, we've definitely come to this point where men, like I said, I'm not on Reddit often. I like to check it when I'm in a bad mood or, like, if I feel like shit. And I go, like, the r/nice guys, I go, at least I'm not these fucking losers. But it's like, it's true, though. Some of these guys are just fucking disgusting. Like, what I read sometimes, and I'm like, in what world is this, like...
I've heard the stories.
Yeah.
And every time I read one of those, I'm like, please do not reproduce.
Yeah,
For
no,
the
but
love
like,
of God.
but it's so crazy that I read these. It's not even the fact that they're like reproducing. It's the fact that this is their mindset. This is what they believe is right.
Exactly. That's why I don't want them to have kids. Because then the kids will have that same mindset.
I know. It's just it blew my mind that they. And what's the worst is that a lot of people they find each other, right? Like these incels all find each other. And they go like, and they, like I said, if I keep telling you the sky is green. One day you actually might believe it. The same way they're probably going, no, what you're saying is right. No, that woman does deserve to fuck you because you opened the door for her. Like, enough people tell you that, you're going to start to believe it. And I'm going, you should not ever fucking believe that.
It's
like,
a constant echo chamber of information that we always talk about. If you surround yourself with the same information, people agreeing with you constantly,
yeah, man,
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because you have no outer views telling you how it might actually be.
Yeah.
To like further evolve your ways of thinking.
100%, yeah. So it's like
it's like if your parents just feed you ketchup and fries all the time. You're gonna say this is the greatest food in the world. It's because you haven't experienced anything else.
I feel kind of targeted about that one.
It was exactly towards you.
Okay, good. I wanted to shit. But yeah, so no.
This is a wonderful idea. One of the great things about the dating apps in general is like, there's no game. You automatically know you're both interested in each other.
Exactly, right.
Physically.
Yeah.
So then, in this way, there's no. It's much less awkward to then go meet at a bar because you already know.
Well, no, okay, but when you go...
it's just a group dynamic.
It's just a group, so you're going there to meet people.
You're not matching and then...
You're not matching, no, you're going there to meet people. So, it's the only way I can see it going wrong, it depends on a couple things, right? How many women are on the app? Unfortunately, this is very important, because there's not a lot of women on the app.
It's just a bunch of guys
It's fucking guys like, going like, where's the girl at? Like walking around, so that's definitely one. From what I've heard... It's been 60-40. 60% men, 40% women, which is pretty good. So it's like, if that's the case, fine. Great app. Hopefully it works out well.
Check out Thursday. Meet some people in real life.
Yeah, man. Get out of your fucking house, you loser.
I would generally try it, though. If I was single, I would generally try it.
Yeah, no, I think I'd directly try it out, too. It would be pretty cool.
A certain film came out. Jamal, you know what it is?
Nope.
No idea?
No clue.
All right. The sequel to the 80s classic...
Oh,
Top Gun Maverick came out this Memorial weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say it is doing incredibly well at the box office, receiving wonderful reviews from the public as well as critics. Mm-hmm. But what would entertainment be without politics being needlessly brought up?
Of course. Great.
Then we would only talk about the movie, and that's not what the art of film is about.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. Fucking bitches, man, I swear. So what happened?
Numerous right-wing news sources are saying the blockbuster is a patriotic, anti-woke display of militarism and masculinity, citing its record-breaking box office performance of $160.5 million domestically over the weekend, which is actually very, very good.
Yeah.
Especially for the U.S. as of late.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Over the weekend as proof that the public is more conservative than most modern media would have you believe.
Dude, it's a fucking movie. And like, it's a fucking
I literally
movie.
wrote in my movie, like, yeah, sure, you could say this is just a movie.
Yeah, it's a fucking movie, man. It's like, do you have to... What are you...
I know.
What is every politician a fucking English teacher? And the guy says the sky is blue. Oh, that's fucking deep. Okay, listen, so the sky, he's talking about his grandson? Fuck off. It's a fucking movie. It's a movie made... That was like, it's been redone. The thing that I heard, and that was the feel-good part, I'll give a little feel-good part to this fucking bullshit. That the older population has actually come out to see this movie because it's been older.
I knew you would say this, and I'm sure there's people listening who are thinking the same thing. It is just a movie.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, Jamal. The numbers don't lie. The masses speak with their wallets, and when it comes to entertainment, the saying, get woke, go broke, has been proven true, and the number of films and series in the past decade, such as Doctor Who, Ghostbusters 2016, Star Trek Picard, all the Disney Marvel shows, and all the female-led remakes, the tides are changing. People don't like that kind of stuff, and those new releases... I never liked it. Exactly. Those new releases, they're all old properties coming back, right? But they're not as popular, they're not making bank like they used to.
Yeah.
But Top Gun Maverick comes in, if it's just Tom Cruise's star power, so be it.
Yeah.
But I think because it stayed true to its characters and its writing, and it didn't do the that modern trope of let's take our hero and like make them broken, like Luke Skywalker in the new Star Wars, like all of our Marvel heroes that are happening on Disney Plus shows. Have you seen that?
I've not
Every
seen
single
them.
Marvel hero is just being degraded and drugged through the mud for no reason to empower a woman.
Yeah.
It happened in Loki.
Yeah.
It happened in Hawkeye.
I think in WandaVision is not one too.
WandaVision, well, that's Wanda's show, so it's
Okay,
debatable,
okay.
I guess. But She-Hulk, everyone wants an Incredible Hulk movie or show. No, you just get She-Hulk and Mark Ruffalo's pushed to the side. The new Thor movie, you just got woman Thor.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I heard
It's
about
like, what
that.
the fuck is happening?
I-
People don't like that. They don't want to see that anymore.
I think it's the fact, like I said, you have to look. We debated about this. We had talked about this. I'm saying, like, we talked about it with Netflix. And I think it's the same thing with any major company. But if they don't want to see it, they're just trying to put their own asses. Because I'm looking at the fact, yes, okay, the general public probably is like, we don't want to see it. But I'm looking at the fucking right-wing fucking feminist who...
That's left. Be left.
Whatever.
feminist.
Left, the bitches.
The bitch.
Whatever side they're on, they're bitches. Them, and they're probably targeting Marvel and making complaints and making lawsuits and stuff like that. And Marvel's going, do we want to deal with them and dish out money, or make a subpar movie, make a little bit of money, a little bit of change, and then move on with our lives? I'm taking a little money. As much as I'm saying the movies are trash, and 100% I agree with you, they are fucking garbage.
Since Endgame, they've fallen off.
They're fucking trash. But what I'm saying is, they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that because
that's the thing.
Because I look at it like this. What happened if they didn't do it? Let's just say in an alternate reality, alternate universe, all these movies never happened. They kept it the way it was.
Then the timeline would be great.
Because
That's the thing though. It's the loudest people who get heard most.
And that's
General public don't complain about that, but then you have people yelling, "You're offending me!"
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
The loudest people get heard. That's just how.
Amber Heard.
What?
Amber Heard. But like I'm like, this is why I'm saying that I'm going. They don't want to deal with that.
Top Gun, yeah.
Great movie. Sucks that politics have to ruin it. I don't know.
It's not even ruining it. It's just like you're basically saying it's successful because of this. Honestly, if that's the reason, good. I'm happy to hear it. I'm tired of watching mediocre crap that isn't allowed to say anything. Like,
but I'll be honest.
The number of times I've seen a movie on Netflix or any streaming service, I'm like, it's incredibly forgettable because it's about nothing because it has to appeal to everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave you thinking about anything because there's nothing said.
I really don't know if we're ever gonna get many good more movies out there. I mean, unless Avatar 2 told something, but all I saw was Disney's Earth water version. With that fucking show that we watched a little while ago, the Avatar.
Disney, it's not Disney. It's who was it? I don't even know.
The National Geographic's Earth.
James Cameron's Space.
You know, so it's like
I'm pulling for it. I hope it's good. I hope Avatar 2 is good.
I don't know. Like I said, I agree with you. I think, like I said, at this point, the louder voices are heard, and unfortunately these fucking left wing feminists are the loudest voices that we're gonna hear.
Well, it's not just feminists. It's the LGBTQ people and all that.
Yeah, well, I get it. Like I said,
it's one of those things like you have to accept that you are a minority. You can't force a majority to share your beliefs.
Believe me, if that was the case, black people would be fucking chilling. But look at us, fuck.
They are.
We're still minority. Yeah, we're chilling, dying, but sure, we're chilling.
It's so freaking hot. We can't chill, literally.
Honestly. So yeah, no.
I'm gonna go see it. I haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've been meaning to see the first one for years, and now that the second one's come out, it's giving me.
You're a bigger moviegoer than I go, so you let me know how it is. Probably not gonna watch it.
The trailer looks so good for it.
Yeah.
And I've watched reviews and I've read reviews. It sounds pretty great.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a reason to go to movie theaters because I like movie theaters. Yeah. There's no movies out I want to see in theaters.
For sure. No, it's Doctor Strange one. You know, not
Marvel.
interested.
That's another example. They gave it to a woman. It's called Doctor Strange, but it's about Wanda.
But you know what? No, like Wanda's hot, so it's okay. But no, you are right, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it because it's Marvel. And I just want to keep up.
That's how they do it. That's why sequels. They always prefer to make sequels instead of something new.
Yeah.
People always go, I know what it is. It's safe to see.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Like
it's sad,
it's one of those
things original.
And you know what? This is never gonna get out to those people. So we can complain about it and nothing's ever gonna fucking change.
Yeah.
Until they start making money, then maybe we'll change. But we'll see.
That's right. People vote for what they want to see with their wallets.
Exactly. Patrick, before I make a fool of myself, what do you do for work?
I'm currently unemployed and living with my parents.
Okay, what do you want to do for work?
I'm going to be a carpenter.
Okay, so I was right, thank God. So, because I was like 99% sure, but I felt like I could be wrong.
Are you aware of, you have a question like as to why I'm going into carpentry?
No, I do not. Could you actually tell me?
Okay, yes. My biggest reason, honestly, is because Jesus was a carpenter.
Bullshit.
I'm better than Jesus.
Okay, you really are bullshitting me now. What's the real reason?
I just like to make things.
Okay. I'm like, don't fucking give me that bullshit.
I like making things, and I like to be able to look back on my work and be like, oh, that's really nice. I'm really proud of that.
Okay, I like that.
And I like customizing things.
And building.
As far as even if I want to get my own house.
Yeah.
All that kind of thing. It'd be custom. It'd save a lot of money.
For
and
sure,
all that kind of
definitely.
stuff.
Yeah. So, as Patrick did in a lot of our episodes, interviewing myself, interviewing our guests with questions about their job, I'm going to do the same thing to you, and now we're going to turn the tides.
It's finally my turn. I've been waiting so long.
So, as a carpenter, are you ever going to say it like it said on Black Ops 2 Zombies when they need one?
What the You were reading the question, and I was like, what the fuck's he... Oh, yeah.
Are we going to go...
Carpenter.
Are we going to go carpenter? Like, someone's going to go...
Depends which COD you're playing, but I never thought about
Black Ops 2, yeah.
I never thought about it.
Is that ever going to happen? You're like, oh, this is broken. I need a carpenter. Carpenter! You're gonna write.
Honestly, the thought never crossed my mind, and
yeah?
now it will always be there. So thank you for that.
Fantastic. I'm glad that it's in there. That's the first question I wrote up, because that was the first thing that came into my head about that.
I can just imagine like carpentry. What can I say? What do I know about carpentry?
Carpenter!
COD zombies, yeah. Okay, that's about it.
Carpenter! You know? Oh. Okay, at any point, do you use a stud finder? That's like the first part.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. Are you ever going to put the stud finder on yourself saying, I am a stud, like a 40-year-old dad? Please do.
In front of my girlfriend, yes, it'd be
100%,
great.
okay, good.
Yeah, it's one of those things you have to do.
Yeah, alright, awesome. Third question, do open floor spaces scare you or make you hard?
Open floor? Oh, like open concepts?
Yeah, open concepts.
It depends on the space, honestly.
Yeah.
Me, personally, I prefer cozy and all that.
Okay, so you see like close, so it's going to scare you.
Scare me? No.
No.
I know my girlfriend likes open spaces a lot.
Okay.
But like whenever you see those modern day interior design shows, they're always open concept.
Yeah,
right?
I know what I'm saying. I'm taking that from South Park, that episode where Randy is a carpenter.
He's a house.
He's going open concept.
It's
here.
That's all they ever do. It's always the same
it's
thing.
So funny. That's why you make fun of it. That's why I'm going.
It's great, but I used to have this reoccurring dream where I'd be wandering around in a giant mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Half of it was like really closed spaces, and the other half was massively open.
Okay.
And I would just never go there. So maybe that's like foreshadowing. Maybe I don't like big spaces.
Maybe you don't. That's why. These next two are a bit more serious. Do you find yourself looking at like wood differently? Like when you see wood, like I don't know. Like for me, it's like if I see a piece of wood, so I'm like, whatever. But, like because you kind of are working with it now, like. Do you kind of view it differently? Do you kind of understand it a bit more?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I look at wood now like it's a blank canvas.
That's like probably the most gayest thing you've ever said. Never say that again. But I understand what you're saying. So you look at that, and you're like, oh fuck, like
it's not just wood and other wood things. Yeah. I guess but
like materials, I guess you could say.
What keeps happening regularly is because I've worked in construction for the last year. Mm-hmm. And I've worked with these tools and items. I didn't know what they were for. Yeah. And now we're actually using them in class. That's what it's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I would check them and repair them, and I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask my boss, is it okay if it's broken like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like this? I don't know how they're using them, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, this is how it works. It's insane. I'll be walking through like my house, but I can fix that. If I had money, I'd fix that. This is my house, and I know my parents won't spring for it, so I'll just let that slide for now.
Okay, so you are noticing.
It's a lot of fun. It's really eye opening in that way.
That's good.
And I love, like I said, I like making things.
Yeah.
And it's also creativity to an extent.
So then this kind of falls into the next serious question. Like, do you find yourself looking at structures differently? Do you look at different structures? Like, you're always saying, like, in your house, like, you're saying, like, there's certain things.
I've always appreciated architecture.
Okay.
And now it's
heightened now.
It's heightened. I tried playing Minecraft. And I was thinking, like, I would have to use... I did a bit of math, and it actually worked. It blew my mind. Yeah. I was making a triangular roof, but on a massive scale. I was going through for a Notre Dame cathedral kind of style.
Okay.
So I was like, rather than just use the trial and error to find the center of it, I'm gonna do a math trick I learned at school.
Okay.
It involves Pythagoras, which is pretty basic math.
Yeah.
But it was very fun to apply that kind of thing to it, and it worked perfectly. I was like, huh.
Okay.
I saved myself 5 minutes of Minecraft
awesome.
time.
That's awesome. No, it's really. I thought about that. Like when I'm thinking of these questions, I'm going like, for me, like when I like me being a singer, looking at that type of stuff, like me too. I definitely it's heightened. Like I'll listen to a song very differently to how I used to. Like, oh, this is a really good song. Now, like listening to each instrument, how it's played, where is it more obvious that you can hear it more than quiet in other parts, So.
And this kind of thing applies to basically everything in the world. The more you learn about something, the more you appreciate it.
Yeah.
So like, a lot of women don't know anything about cars. They don't know how any of it works.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't fucking care. It's just a car. But once you actually know things about it, you like, oh, it's
really
mine. I take care of it.
it.
I know how to take care of it and all that. It's like we studied film.
Yeah.
Before that, I would just watch movies and enjoy them. And
exactly.
I feel like I can analyze them more. And point out like, this is what works. This is what doesn't.
Yeah.
And just from like still images, like they'll show preview images on Netflix or Prime or whatever. Yeah. You just look at that image and be like, this shot sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna watch the movie now.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's crazy. And last one is do you do any demolition? Have you ever done demolition yet?
No. We'll put things up to practice and then we'll tear them down, but it's not really demolition. No.
Okay, cause I was just gonna say, like, what happens if you found like a dead body or like something?
While demolishing something?
Yeah, it's like demolition wise, like
I haven't done any demolishing, so I haven't found anything. But this is a fun one. I was at work and we what we do is we prepare the materials and we send them to the construction site, and then when they're done with them, they send the tools back and whatever scraps is left. So we have to go through them, see what's still good and all that. And one time, I was going through one of them and I found a DVD copy of Borat.
That's funny.
I was like, what the fuck is this doing here?
I will say I found when I was helping out my aunt with her house when they were renovating, we found a fucking full bathtub in the wall. It's an extra bathtub just chilling in the wall. I'm like,
I just like how you said a fucking full bathtub.
It's a fucking I mean, it was a nice bathtub too. Like, it wasn't like bad. It was like pretty good. We put it on the street and someone took it like the next day. It was like gone like that.
Well, it's like my house here.
Yeah.
We have an in-ground pool, but it's buried.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Something broke on it and didn't have the money to fix it, so just buried it.
Put it underneath. Wow. Okay.
So what could have been a really nice backyard is just a big field. It's great.
Yeah. Isn't that great, man?
Yeah. When people don't put any effort in.
Yeah.
Just, a little bit of effort goes a long way.
Yeah.
Just remember that, okay?
Yeah, a little effort goes a long way. And remember, always compare your apples to your watermelons.
Effort equals happiness. If you're lazy and don't do anything, you're not going to be happy.
Okay, Jesus.
Set goals for yourself.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Calm the fuck down.
I'm better than Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways.
Jesus slept for 2 days. I don't sleep.
This was Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
I'm Patrick.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
You're not.
I'm wearing a Beatles shirt.
I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. Where's the beard?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Why don't you get the Beatles?